get keys off table and leave it. I really made it. He done made it. Go wrestle, that's special. All you actually feel is
Tiny like a spider on the spider web. I got some on my thumbnail. I feed it to my girls. They say, yeah.
I'm doing this for whatever. When I go, I'ma leave for the better. I told you did like a shovel. I want a Ferrari in yellow, just so I can match all my yellow. I've been a player since elementary. I got more bars than a penitentiary. I got to hang several inches.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Falcons going up against the Black Knights. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to two stadium in Tampa. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the London Black Knights. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Second down, 8. On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding time. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Let's go! Green, 39!
And now here's a carry heading left. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people called explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Let's go! Flex round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Play fake here on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Let's go!
They'll go with the keeper. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go! Gun!
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a play like that with how far he had to go to make that sack shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Let's go! Boo, Landy! Boo, Landy!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
No, check, Patriot! Detroit!
They come up in an offset eye. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver. 41 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They run the counter now on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Let's go! Ohio!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 10 yards still left on second down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Back to throw now on second and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 19. And that enables them to also pick up the first.
But that was definitely a surprise there. Handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. He'll set up a throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at at the 35-yard line here. Now this offense ready to take over again. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often. Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in. Another pistol look here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion. Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good to make it 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, this flush to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And they'll run it here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and again. Him to 2nd and 4. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. The play clock's running down. Now back to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Looking to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Second down following the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Third down now following the run. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. First down and goal to go from the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Second and goal now from the 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the I. And they give this time to the tailback. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 25 yards out. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. In there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Ground game here with a tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, with a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And it is good. And his guys have taken the lead in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the 4th.
And there's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season, once in the regular season, once in the playoffs? So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm so sue me. Who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies. If life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant. Trolling on the internet. No respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck.